Hey guys, Mitch here over at Super Platinum Achievement, and today I'm going to do an unboxing and a review of the Nyxi wireless controllers and Joycon replacements for the Nintendo Switch. Let's check them out in just a second. First off, guys, if you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button down below. It really helps us out a ton. We really appreciate it. Also, at the end of this video, if you liked it, give us a big thumbs up by hitting that like button. We appreciate that as well. So let's dive in here. We've got these Nyxi wireless controllers for the Nintendo Switch. These are supposed to be very similar to ones I've reviewed in the past, being the Binbok controllers, but these are a little bit more common, and you'll probably see them advertised on your social media if you're a big video game fan like myself. So I decided I had to review these, so we're going to check it out here. We're going to start by doing an unboxing. I haven't opened these ones yet. There we are. Right. I went with the white ones for my Switch OLED. Good packaging. Stuck on there. There we go. Just like that. All right. And we got our instruction booklet here. We've got our little bracket, or whatever you want to call it, to make it a Pro controller style. So if you just want to use them wirelessly, you can use them like this, which is really awesome. That's something that the Mobile Pad or the Split Pad Pro do not have as a feature. So I like that a lot. They are actually true wireless controllers. But most of the time, people are going to get this for the comfort of playing handheld. Because if you're going to do that, you're most likely going to prefer a Pro controller, unless you're on the go and that's your only option and you're playing handheld and you bring a portable dock or something with you, then you can do it that way. And you got your USB-C cable here for charging them separately. They each have a USB adapter at the bottom. So when you have your Switch, just slide them on here. Oh, those feel nice. So much nicer than a Joy-Cons. But yeah, so then you got your kickstand here. Let's open that up. And then, as I suspect, actually, you don't even need the kickstand. They're meant with those little flat spots. It balances on its own. That's really cool. And it stays up pretty good. You have to push pretty hard to knock it over. That's a cool feature. Do it that way, but with these on there, your kickstand doesn't even touch. But that's cool. So yeah, what I'm going to do here is just kind of looking at these first impression right now, and then I'm going to, with the magic of editing, I'm going to go and play with these for a while and come back so I can actually give a true review on these controllers compared to other ones I've used on other systems. Alright, so I sat down and got some good hours of game time into this thing to give you guys a really good idea on how it feels and how well it plays with certain games. So the two games I picked to sink most of my time into were Doom and Dying Light. The reason I picked those games is because they're both first-person shooters and they require a lot of precision in your aiming and your turning ability. So those are the best kind of games to really test out the thumbsticks and how they're going to operate and how responsive they are. So I played a lot of that. I did play a little bit of Kirby, of course, just to kind of get a feel how a standard game would play on the Switch. And I am really impressed with these. Like I said, they are almost identical to the Binbok controllers that I reviewed in every single way. The only difference, though, and I even grabbed my Binbok controllers and played with those and then played with these again, and the analog sticks are better on these. I don't know what it is, if they updated it, because I think the same manufacturer might build these, but I'm not sure. But whatever it is, these are a little bit better. I don't know why. The bin box were just not as good. Maybe they are like the lower quality ones. I don't know. But these ones did play better, and that's just the truth. And then compared to some of the other Joy-Con replacements that I've used, they held up really, really well as well. And they're more comfortable by far than the Hori Split Pad Pro. I much prefer the comfort on these. So yeah, these worked really well, and I'm really impressed with them. And of course, they look awesome. The white looks really good, especially with the OLED. When you got it docked in the OLED dock being white, if you got the white one, that is, it looks really, really good. Now, as far as the functionality of these and its features, I kind of touched on it a little bit already, but you've got the feature of the LED lights around the analog sticks here, and you can change the color. So right now I've got them as red because I think that looks pretty cool, but you can change it. In order to change it, you've got some buttons on the back here. You've got your M and your T buttons on each controller. So what you do to change those is you hold the T button, and then you're going to click in the analog stick that you want to change the color of. So hold the T and then just click it in, and it changes the color. You can go green, blue, yellow, darker blue, purple, RGB, or back to red. Lots of cool options, and you can do it on each one. And then you can also adjust the intensity of the vibrate on each one of these as well. Same thing, you hold the T button, oops, go back. Hold the T button, and then you go up and down on the analog stick. So to adjust it to go up, you go, of course, up. If you want lesser of a setting, you go down, and it kind of tones it down all the way to nothing. So that's a nice feature as well. I like a nice intense vibrate feature to the controllers. And then, of course, there's the mappable back button, which is a really cool feature. So, and that's super, super easy. Only downside of these compared to some other controllers like, say, the Elite Series 2 or the Fusion controller for the Switch, is that you can't map to opposite sides. So if I want to map the right back button, I have to map it to something that is on the right controller. And same thing with the left. So for example, you go and you push, so to map it, you push the M button, and then you push the button you want to map to that side. So if you push the M, and then you push, let's say, left on the D-pad, that's going to be left on the D-pad now on the back button. Easy as that. Same thing with the right one. Push the M button, we're going to map it to A, and then the back button is going to be A. Let's go over here. Just like that, A. So yeah, super awesome function there. Certain games that comes in real handy, and yeah, that adds a really cool feature to it. But I am really impressed with these. I like them a lot. I love the feel. I love the look. And they also come in several different colors. On the box here, it's actually got some options here. You've got the clear option, which I almost got those, but I don't think they have a texture on it. It didn't look like they did, but they look really cool. You can see all the features and all the functionality inside the controller, the clear. They've got black, white, they've got a teal or a turquoise, and then they've got your blue and red Joy-Con looking colors there. So yeah, you can get all of those off the Nyxi website. I'll throw their link in the description below if you want to grab a pair of these, which I highly recommend it. These are really good controllers and a huge upgrade from the Joy-Con in my opinion. The dead zone on the analog sticks is hardly noticeable. You play with them for a while and it just feels comfortable and at home. I will say that the Hori Split Pad Pro has slightly better analog sticks, but these are better in every other category. The Split Pad Pro is not as comfortable. It doesn't have a rumble feature. You can't use it wirelessly. So these win, in my opinion, hands down. The only feature these don't have that I wish they did is they don't have NFC functionality. So if you want to play a game such as Breath of the Wild and use your amiibo in order to get your extra items, you can't do that with these. You have to use the Joy-Cons in order to do that. So that's a little bit of a letdown, but with most third-party controllers, that doesn't exist. I think that's a licensing thing with Nintendo. I'm not 100% sure. But these don't have them, if that's a big deal to you. More of just kind of a bummer thing because I don't use it enough to notice it, but just so you know, it's not there. And then, like I said, these do work separately from the Switch, unlike a lot of these controller replacements, or Joy-Con replacements, I should say. So you can set it down here, and then you can play like this if you want to. You can use that adapter, which I already put away because I'm not going to use that. And this is actually a really comfortable way to play, just like this. And that's not bad if you're just wanting to relax, you know, sit like this and play, you know, because everybody sits like that and plays, or whatever you want. Or if you want to use them like Joy-Cons and pass it to a buddy and play Mario Kart, you can, because they've got the SL and SR buttons on here too, so you can play them like that. Now, they're not as comfortable like this because they're more ergonomically made to fit your hand in this position, not in this. That's how the Joy-Cons were designed, so you could kind of turn them and they'd be somewhat comfortable either way. But it's still a nice feature just in case you wanted to go that way, or you can use it as a Pro Controller with that little bracket and mount them and play like that. Preferably, if you're going to be using this controller, it's much nicer to play handheld. That's just the way that they're designed. That's what they're for. And I like it a lot that way. So yeah, I really, really like these. I highly recommend getting a set. These are from Nyxi. Like I said, I'll throw their link down below so you can grab a pair. It will change the way you play handheld because they are super comfortable. There are other great options out there. These are probably one of the best options for handheld gaming on the Nintendo Switch. So yeah, I'm going to give these probably a 5-star review. I haven't had any issues with them yet. I love them, and I highly recommend grabbing a pair. So yeah, if you guys like this video, make sure to give us a big thumbs up. Smash that subscribe button down below. If you want to grab a pair of these, they're in the link down below. Grab them. You can get whatever color you want. And we sure hope to see you again here on Super Platinum Achievement. See you guys.